It's not something I would do next. Mad Max Fury Road 2 gets a disappointing update from George Miller. It's been a big week for Tom Hardy with his most recent superhero film, Venom: The Last Dance, being added to Netflix, and the trailer for his latest action thriller being officially released. Hardy has become one of the biggest movie stars ever over the last 15 years thanks to his role in iconic movies like The Dark Knight Rises, but perhaps none of his roles are more important than Max in Mad Max: Fury Road. There have been whispers of a sequel to Fury Road, dubbed Mad Max: The Wasteland, but no concrete development or production updates for the film have been made public in the years since it surfaced online. Mad Max creator George Miller recently sat down with Vulture, providing yet another disappointing update on the chances of Mad Max: Fury Road 2 ever making it to the big screen. "We've got another script. But having been doing this long enough where I'm habituated to storytelling, I find myself with way too many stories, not only in my head, but in the form of screenplays or at least very detailed notes that are within reach of screenplays. I'm a professional daydreamer, really. This was seen as my big deficit as a kid. George would do better at school if he didn't daydream so much was on my report card. So, there's lots of stories. Indeed, one of them is a Mad Max. It is not something I would do next, because there's two things I'm keen to do next. But if for whatever reason the planets align, you can never tell. Too often, you're lining up to do a movie and then something happens. Some things fall into place and some don't, so all I can say is we'll see. The most recent outing in the Mad Max franchise came less than a year ago, when Marvel veteran Chris Hemsworth teamed up with Anya Taylor-Joy for Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, the prequel film in which Taylor-Joy takes over the titular role from Charlize Theron. Furiosa earned rave reviews from both critics and audiences on Rotten Tomatoes, with the former scoring it at 90% and the latter at 88%, but that wasn't enough to prevent it from being a major box office flop. Furiosa completed its theatrical run as the 35th highest-grossing movie of the year, earning $174 million. While this may seem like a lot, the film carried a $170 million budget, meaning it needed to earn more than $300 million to break even, and closer to $400 million to be a profit for Warner Bros. Are the Mad Max movies on streaming? As Warner Bros. Productions, the Mad Max movies had called the Max streaming service home until the beginning of this year, when the two most recent films were added to Netflix in a shocking move. Both wasted no climb making a successful run into the streamer's top 10 before falling out of the spotlight and being replaced by newer arrivals. Now, Furiosa is available to stream on both Netflix and Max, while Mad Max: Fury Road is streaming exclusively on Netflix. Mad Max: Fury Road will depart Netflix on March 29. The chances of Mad Max: The Wasteland ever making it to the big screen have once again become more slim. Stay tuned to Collider for future updates on the franchise and watch the Mad Max movies on Netflix.